Aside from caring for the furry friends inside the house, what about the ones outside? Community cats. Let's hear from Stacy LeBaron, the founder of the Community Cats podcast, about how we can maximize our efforts to care for strays and ferals in our community.
Welcome to elevating the status of cats in your community. My name is Stacy LeBaron, and I am the host of the Community Cats podcast. I want to thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me today to talk about this very important topic. And I hope you'll have questions and we'll have information on how to submit questions at the end. But I think this is a topic that is near and dear to me, as I would hope that every cat in your community is able to get the care that they need. All right, on with the presentation. So, what is the current level of cats? So, when you think of this, what is the current value of cats? I am in the United States, and there's a very legal term in many states. The value of a cat is 35 US dollars. The value of a cat is comparable or less than a piece of furniture. So when we're thinking about cats as property, animals as property, we're not thinking of them in an emotional state or thinking of them in a humane way. We're thinking of them more like a product. And so we really need to think of cats differently and of our animals in general differently as property, above property, part of the family. We need to include them as a member of the family and really build up that humane relationship that we have. So we have emotional involvement and that will elevate that level of value that we think we have. There's so much more emotional attachment to our cats than just property. What is this cat worth? How much money have I put into this cat by going to the veterinarian? There's so much more to our cats than that. So we need to bring that forward and really have emotional involvement and create this humane attachment that we have for cats and really focus on doing the best that we can for them. They may be able to take care of themselves, but we need to bring it forward and we need to be engaged and involved with them. And so, humane attachment is at this highest level where we're really elevating these cats that are in our lives as part of our families. So, I really think that's the highest, the pinnacle of what we're looking for when we're talking about elevating the status of cats in our communities. There are many things that we can do in order to elevate their status. Many people are familiar with the campaigns. At least in the US, we have an Adopt, Don't Shop campaign. So, why is it important for us to not always go to a breeder or get a purebred cat, purchase a cat when there are so many cats in the community that we could be helping through adoption? Adoption of cats will help improve the level of care for cats. They're helping reduce the number of cats that are living out on the streets. Adopt Adopting a cat that is already spayed or neutered, making sure that all the cats that are out on the streets are spayed and neutered, improves the overall health of our community, makes a commitment to our community cats. So when you think about adopt, don't shop, you might be only thinking about yourself and, oh, why does it matter where I get my cat from? It's all about just one cat, but it's not. It's about impacting the entire community. Make a commitment to the community to serve all cats. By adopting, you are doing that. You are helping the overall community. In many, what we call community cats here in the US, and we have colonies of cats. Many times when you go in there, about half the cats, when you go in to help the cats with trapping, with what we call trap, new to return, half those cats are adoptable. They go into an adoption program. They're looking for a home. They're getting spayed and neutered. They're getting their vaccines. They're getting a dental if they need it. They're going to get adopted. They need to get adopted in order to be able to help make room for the next cat. So make a commitment to the community to serve all cats. And then we also will increase the services focused on cats. So those cats that were living on the street now have a home. They have the veterinary care that they need. They have the services that they need. And so they will have a higher level and higher quality of health and care, greater longevity, better quality of life, enrichment, feline enrichment, so important also. So there's so much that we can do that I want to encourage you to consider when you are thinking about adopting a cat or helping cats in your community. It's all part of this large puzzle that we live in, the ecosystem of cats that are outside, cats that are inside. They're all part of that same ecosystem. And so, what do the numbers say? As I mentioned before, many organizations here in the US, they will identify a community cat colony. So it's a group of cats that could be owned or fed by somebody or multiple people. Many of the cats are not spayed or neutered. So these folks, they will go out into the community and they will do trap, neuter, return, and they will take about half the colony, usually, will be trapped as kittens. They will be trapped as friendly adults that have potentially been abandoned. They will work to find out whether or not any of those friendly cats have homes in the community. But the numbers say that there are many adoptable cats out there that shouldn't be living out there and that they can be brought in. This is an opportunity for us when we're looking forward into the future. We have an obligation to assist the cats that are out there in the community. We want to make sure that we are doing our part and adopting those cats that aren't necessarily meant to live outdoors. Kittens, if you're looking to adopt a kitten, between 50 and 75% of kittens do not survive the first year. So much of what we call trap, neuter, return revolves around helping prevent the birth of those kittens outdoors. That's the last thing that you would want to have happen is to see kittens out there and suffering. It's very important for us to ensure that those cats get access to the adoption programs that they need. Also, for the families that do have to surrender their cats or find alternative placement, it's much better for them to go through a reputable adoption organization to find placement than maybe some other resources. So, really and truly, if you are thinking about the best interest of cats, then really please go through the adoption channels and it's going to overall improve the status and the well-being of the cats in your community. I know most of my work is involved out here in the United States, but I know that everybody out there is very passionate and loving and caring for cats. At the Community Cats podcast, we are a place where you can turn your passion for cats into action. So, just to share a little bit about our program at the Community Cats podcast, you can feel free to use this QR code if you want to subscribe to the podcast. We come out every Tuesday. We have over 500 episodes. And so we'd love it if you might consider being a subscriber to the podcast. And here's a little bit of information about me. And here I am. I want to thank you again for taking some time to listen to my thoughts today. I'm Stacy LeBaron. I'm the host of the Community Cats podcast, and I would welcome any of your questions that you might have. I'm here and happy to share. This is the place. The Community Cats podcast is the place where you turn your passion for cats into action. I want to thank you again so much for spending a few minutes with me. And now I'm going to pass you off to our MC for the next session.